Hi beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. My name is Procy. I'm so happy I'm back. In today's video I'm going to talk to you guys about churches in Dubai. I know people have been asking this question, but are there churches in Dubai? Do you guys go to church in Dubai? Because everyone knows that Dubai is an Arab country. It's for Muslims, of course. So how is it like? How does it feel to be in Arab country without churches? So today I'm going to talk to you guys about churches in Dubai. The thing is, we go to church in Dubai, but my experience about churches, it's kind of different. This is my story. When I came to Dubai, I didn't know we had churches here. So it took me like 2 months or 3 months, I don't remember so well, to go to church. I didn't know anything like churches here. So one time I was in a bus, I was going back home, and I found this Kenyan girl, and we talked a little bit. You know how Africans are, so welcoming and all that. So she was like, I'm from church. I said, what? In Dubai, are there churches? She said, yeah, we have churches here. So we connected the following Friday and we went to church. And living here without going to church, it was kind of, I don't know, I was really thinking about it, and thank God I found this girl. We went to church, we continued going to church. It was so amazing, like surprisingly, I didn't know churches are there in Dubai. How are they doing it? Like, since it's an Arab country, how is it? Like, is it the same as in our African countries? Do they pray every day? Do they have those things? Do they do the same thing? Somehow it's different when it comes to, of course, preaching, reading the Bible, everything is the same. We are talking about the same God, Jesus, and all that. But we went to church. Back to my story. We went to church, and what happens is that when you go to church, we go for this service from 9 to 11. So the moment you go to church, there is breakfast. I didn't know about that, trust me. We never used to do that back home in my country. For okay, you go to church, you have breakfast before you go in. There is something to eat, something to drink, you know, you chat with people, you talk a little bit, you do this and that, you know, you have some fun actually before going inside the church. It's not that, it was kind of different. It was also nice. Oh my God. It was a great experience. You go to church when you're so happy, so ready to pray and all that. Even if you leave your home hungry, trust me, you never go to church, or you never enter the church without eating anything, because a lot of stuff is always there to eat. A lot of drinks and tea, everything is there. So by the time you go to church, at least you've eaten something. That was something new I've never experienced, something new I've never seen in my life. So so we went to church, we prayed and all that. Of course, everything praying, it's the same thing. We prayed. The music was also so amazing. The songs, I learned a lot of new songs, of course, different from the ones we sing from our churches. There are so many. Okay, most of the songs are global, even if these guys are, there's also many nationalities in a church. It's one thing I realized. There's also many nationalities, since Dubai has a lot of people coming from different countries. So when you go to church, you meet a lot of people from different countries. So I was surprised, and it was such a great thing to see that actually there are so many Africans in church that are leading. There are so many Nigerians, Kenyans. Oh my God, it felt like home. Those guys, you know how us Africans do our thing, praise and worship and all that. So it was also fun. It felt like I was in my home country, like in my home church. Yeah, these guys, I mean, when it comes to serving God, there's nothing like segregating, like, no, you shouldn't preach, you shouldn't do this. I was also so happy to see that black people are there. They are serving God in church with other nationalities. Yeah, I met so many friends, black and other races, from church. Yeah, the difference is that here in Dubai we go to church on Friday. So we go to church on Friday, not Sunday. Since it's an Arab country, Sunday is a normal day. I'm still adjusting to this. I never imagined myself working on a Sunday. It always looked so weird, so weird. I'm still adjusting. When it comes to Sunday, I'm always like, I'm going to church. No, I have to go to work. So since I was used to going to church on Sunday, it was kind of tricky. It was kind of weird going to church on Friday. But here we go to church on Friday, and Sunday is a normal day. Actually, a week starts on Sunday. So Sunday is a normal day. We do everything we are supposed to do. But Friday is an off day. It's a free day, and that's when all the churches are open. Churches here have the same thing. They have Bible study. They do preaching. Yeah, they do donations like other churches, of course. They do conferences, crusade, let me call it that. But it's kind of different. You never find a church putting their microphones and everything outside calling people like, you know how we do it in Africa. It's also fun. You just put your stuff outside and people will come in. People will start like gathering and all that. It's kind of different here. You never see anything like that. Crusades are there, conferences are there, meetings are there. People meet for Bible study and all that, but in closed places. And churches are not also open, like a built church. Like most of the churches are in a hotel. They just get a hall, or they get a big place in a hotel. So most of the churches are inside some hotels. That's where people rent. I'll not say most of them, because there are some big churches that are actually independent, but you will not find churches scattered. Churches, of course, they are in different places, so you can go to any church you want. I know there are so many people who actually don't know that churches are there. But if you're new here and you want to find out whether there are churches here or there are no churches, I mean, if you're still doubting churches are here, you can still do some research and find a church where you can go to. Yeah, so that day when we went for a service, after the service, now another thing that happens after the service, they give lunch to people. Yeah, after service. So that was something new still, you know, from breakfast after service, then you go for lunch, then you can go anywhere you want to go. So it was something new I've never experienced, because trust me, even when you go to church when you're hungry, you will not leave hungry, because you're going to leave after at least eating something. So people are always there. People are so happy. People are so ready to interact with others. So I met so many friends from different places. Yeah, and it was so great. My experience with church here was so great. Yeah, I'm so happy that I finally found a church here. Another thing about the preaching, it's the same, but it's not like where you find people like let me say you find someone around, like how we do it in Africa. You find someone and someone just starting preaching to you the gospel. It's kind of different here. You'll never find anyone, maybe on streets, in a mall, or no one will ever stop you to preach to you, because I think it's not allowed to preach in public. I'm not sure about that, but I've never seen anyone preaching in public like how it is in Africa, where people just gather from nowhere and start preaching to different people, maybe on streets. Here it's not. I haven't seen anyone doing that. Even in malls, I've never met anyone. No one has ever stopped me to preach to me or anything like that. So I don't know why, but publicly I haven't seen anyone preaching here in Dubai. But in churches, we go to church. Churches are there. There are so many churches. I'm told there are some churches that actually open during day. During weekdays. I'm not so sure about that. What I know is the opening of Friday, maybe Sunday and Saturday. Some churches, I don't know about their programs, but most of the churches do open on Friday because that's the main weekend here. So that's all I wanted to share with you guys. I wanted to share with you my experience with churches, with going to church here, my first time to go to church. Yeah, from that day I've never stopped going to church because I'm a church going person. Going to church is life. Another different thing is about churches here is that churches are kind of lively. I'll not say yeah, they are kind of different in this aspect of having some other life. Let me say having the social life. They organize days to go maybe to the beach, to the desert, to have some tea as a group, as a church, to do, there are so many social activities that I'm seeing here for the first time. For the first time, there's so many things they do in church that I never thought they can be done in church, just to bring people together, to bring people. You do those activities, but when you're still praising, doing this and that, but they're so good. They're so good. So that's another thing that I've experienced here when it comes to churches. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Please continue subscribing, continue sharing, and don't forget to press the notification button. Thank you so much.